The global convergence of land and water struggles. West Africa, in collaboration with Youth Volunteers for Environment Ghana, have organized a 4-day post-conference of parties, climate caravan in the OT, Volta and Greater Accra regions in creating awareness for land and water security. The caravan that was duped. Climate change effects on agroecology. The role of stakeholders to mitigate the challenge took place at Nkwanta, Bereniasi, Tokokwe and Amasaman. Educated farmers, fishermen, traditional leaders and stakeholders. Best practices of farming and fishing and eliminate bad practices that destroy the ecosystem and causes climate change which affects agroecology and livelihood. Speaking during a radio engagement at Beyond FM at Nkwanta, the focal person for global convergence of land and water struggles, West Africa, Ghana National Platform, Honorable Raymond Tete Kome defined the causes.
Climate change. Na wiase ana wiase insakrai potomuni yabeka say long shift in weather and temperature patterns tete no na yewo edu bebia insuo to na yewo brain so a opesi by say no abode insakranti no yankasa ye nipa yensu ene ye banti no amasa sakran nyina asesa kane no yewo baabi a insuo mu na obetuma kasa insuo ye beto ba sese no insuo no kura mu na ato efe so insuo so eto a etopa ewia so bo a ebo pa efsa ne se ozone layer no no technical aka asai yankasa ye nioma ye ama abode insakrai.
The communication officer for global convergence of land and water struggles, West Africa and Director for Youth Volunteers for Environment Ghana, Mr. Wisdom Kofi Ajwolo, in a community deba at Nchobomai Senior High School in Bereniasi said, agroecology is the best way to go.
Climate change. It's been in the system for long. Things have changed. What is causing the change? They are our practices. One plastic rubber, when I drop it on the floor, it takes 900 years to degrade. So plastic rubber is a harm. The best way to farm is the old way of farming, agroecology. Somebody is saying that our seeds are our life, so our land, our seed, our water is very, very important.
The paramount chief of Tilubu traditional area and chairman at the program, Nana Tilubu Kora Adamba, reflected after the program.
In fact, it has been a successful one because the farmers and especially the students who are our future leaders have learned a lot from this program. That is, they have understood the use of chemicals and even the way they throw rubber containers and others. They will now learn how to control all those things. They have been heard that they should not even burn bush. These are the people who can send information to their parents and remind them always, because they will be learning a lot. They have learned a lot from here. Not all have come, but I know with the students concerned, the message will go far.
Green development advocates from Cameroon and Youth Volunteers for Environment Côte d'Ivoire, Veronique Imbol and Larissa Yapo, in a community engagement at Tokokwe in the Volta region, shared their country experience.
With the experience we have from Cameroon, I'm going to be sharing the experience on transforming the various food items we have, particularly cassava, the maize and the yam, into other products that can earn us money as farmers that we are. Firstly, it's always advisable with cassava and yam, it's good to make the cassava and yam flour. Those are highly demanded products in the market, especially for our African brothers and sisters who miss home food but need to still eat food that comes from the country. And to do this, the women, it mostly involves the women because they need to come together, work together in cooperatives or in different common initiative groups to achieve these ideas. All you need to do is gather your yams or your cassava. You have to grate them, and then when you grate them, you grate and then you grind, and when you grate, you dry, and when you dry, you then grind to achieve the powder. When you have the powder, you then go now to packaging and then you sell. And this flour can be used for several things instead of depending on the normal flour that we have to depend that is being imported into Africa to make puff puff, gâteau and bread, all those things. We can still use this our flour to make some of these things. It's very nutritive and very good for us.
Au Côte d'Ivoire, nous faisons la promotion de l'agroécologie paysanne. Nos parents doivent produire pour se nourrir avant de pouvoir vendre sur le marché. Nous faisons la promotion de la sécurité alimentaire. Ce que nous faisons à JV Côte d'Ivoire, c'est de pouvoir accompagner les communautés, les femmes, à pouvoir produire localement. Les femmes doivent être autonomes. Elles doivent cultiver dans leur champ avec de bons produits. Les produits bio, avec fertiliser leur champ avec des biopesticides. Parce que si elles utilisent les pesticides, ça peut détruire non seulement le champ, et puis aussi affecter leur santé. C'est par rapport à ça que nous, à notre niveau, nous faisons des formations avec les femmes. Nous leur apprenons comment transformer les produits locaux, c'est-à-dire leurs produits qu'elles prennent du champ, comme le manioc, la banane, et puis d'autres produits. Le pain que nous mangeons là, c'est le pain, c'est la farine qu'on prend, c'est le blé. Et c'est en Europe que ça quitte. Actuellement, il y a la crise en Europe. Or, si on pouvait utiliser nous-mêmes notre manioc qu'on connaît, qu'on a l'habitude de manger, qu'on pile à la maison, on prend la farine pour fabriquer le pain. On ne va pas attendre à ce que la farine de blé vienne de l'Europe. On peut produire localement et puis manger et être en bonne santé. Donc, ce que je peux vous dire pour terminer, c'est que les communautés, les femmes, les hommes qui sont avec les femmes, chacun de nous doit travailler à contribuer à la sécurité alimentaire et promouvoir davantage l'agroécologie paysanne.
As a way to mitigate climate change, the team in Accra met with stakeholders at the Environmental Protection Agency at Amasamine Conference Hall and discussed the effects of climate change and the ability to practice agroecology to control challenges. A member of the Environmental Protection Agency, Greater Accra West Regional Office, Ms. Lillian Edukumi said, agroecology can help mitigate climate change.
One very good way in which we can mitigate the impact of climate change is when we adopt the agroecology. Agroecology, because not only are you interested in the food that you generate from the farm, but you have a whole ecosystem where water quality is being assured, where there's carbon sequestration, and all the other elements come to play. You are protected. That makes the farmer more resilient to the impact of climate change because you are able. It helps you to adapt, and because of the cover crop that you have when you are doing agroecology, you also contribute positively to taking in some of the carbon dioxide that would be allowed into the atmosphere.
The Municipal Agric Director for the Ghana North District, Mr. Munkalai Jawad Saini, added that bad human activities are the cause of climate change and people should stop burning farms before planting.
We have realized that climate change affects and impacts a great deal agricultural productivity. And so these are all because of our interaction with the environment. The way we interact, the way we do things ourselves, because we litter the environment all over the place. Things we are supposed to do, we don't do them well. We cut the trees, we do galamseying, and all of this is impacting negatively on our soils. And for which reasons, if you dig here right now and you put any crop there, it won't do well. because you have taken the nutrients from the soil. Even where you take cassava from the soil, just take it all over the place. When you come to plant there, it won't do because you've taken the productive part of the soil. And so that's why we normally advise that, for instance, if you have harvested, you can leave the stalks there to follow, to be there, so that because they'll be worked on anyway. When they are worked on, then it goes to help the soil. The soil aeration is enhanced, and a lot of things, so that when the soil is able to pick, because it's now fertile. When you plant anything there, it will grow, And so those are the things we always tell them. Burning is out of the way. If you burn, you are also causing the same problems we are talking about. You are emitting the gases into the air, which all help to change the climatic conditions around our farms. Yeah.